Good morning, dear community, and welcome to the house of Jin Shin. Here we are on day 19 already, and things are really transforming, and we getting different kinds of news. Seems to be flattening a little bit, but we still have to be so responsible. So I wanted to share with you this. I made this for myself, a homemade mask. It's actually an eye mask, and so there. So just to inspire you to keep your creativity going and to create masks and make good looking masks with nice messages. Today I wanted to talk about how to support your lungs, because if we work on the energetic level of the lungs, it doesn't always resolve, and so sometimes we need to go to another energy that supports it or energizes it. So for the layer 2 that we talked about yesterday and that we covered, the one that supports layer 2 is layer 4, or depth 4. And so I wanted to teach you a little flow today. As I told you, a lot of my friends and family are watching also. So today I wanted to dedicate it to Marika, who many of you know. She's joining us at this moment. And Marika made all the beautiful pictures in the art of Jin Shin. I'm just going to show you here the cover of the book and all the chapter pictures Marika made. And so you can find her at Marika Veenstra, FEENSTRA.com, Marika. And if you have a hard time finding her, you can always message us. So anyway, I would like to teach you a flow for depth 4, and so get comfortable or lie down. Lying down, this will be really easier to do, I think. Actually, I'll sit up, but you lie down and place your right hand on. We're going to do the right side. Thinking about Marika. Place your left hand on your right SEL2, and if you want you can use the back of your hand if that's more comfortable, but lying down both sides should be fine to do. Place your right hand on the left high one, like so. That's the first step. So here you're getting a mediator activity going from the right side to the left, and you're opening up the energy going down and up at the same time, helping the exhale and the inhale. SEL1 is the prime mover, so it helps digestion. And as I mentioned yesterday, high 1 helps on an organ function level, so you're helping the stomach and the spleen flow as well. Feel the pulsation coming up into your fingertips. And see if you can harmonize the two different pulsations that you feel. Become familiar with this pulsation. This is part of getting to know and understand your own body, what's going on. And of course you can practice this flow with a loved one later as well. Here we're actually reversing and increasing the energy level of depth 4. Sometimes people ask if it's too much or too little. So this is harmonizing that and supporting the lungs. For any chronic lung conditions, this is the flow to do. So also if you do have allergies or pressure in the chest from asthma, or even if you were to get this virus and it goes into your lungs, this flow will be very effective to start with. Now place your right hand at the base of the skull, SEL4. Getting into the breath. So place your fingertips into the 4, so you feel tiny little bit of pressure. I don't want to say force it, it's still gentle. Just give it a little character. You can hook your fingers in there. Feel the pulsation in both places. SEL4 allows for the energy to go into the head and clear the head. And the right 4 helps the body. The left 4 helps the head, and the right 4 helps the body. That's why it's so important at the end of a session that we open up SEL's 4. Now move your hand to SEL12, the middle of the neck, clearing the waistline. This tells you a lot about how your personality deals with situations. SEL12 is also very good for depression because it has a lot to do with surrendering and letting go, trusting that we will be okay, as Papa Cuomo tells us every day. Feel the pulsation in your fingertips. See if you want to be closer to the spine or more lateral. So that will be different for everybody. It's probably on the same line that you hold the SEL2. So we're actually working the bladder line right now. All these SELs are on the same line as the bladder energy that moves down the back of the neck and then down the back. So this is also very good for backache and helps to harmonize fear. Now place your hand on 11, right 11, the hub. This is where our stress can take a seat. It means unloading of all the stress. And Mary Burmeister, who brought Jin Shin Jutsu to the United States, said, "I've never found any good antiques in there." And she used to spend a lot of time on the 11s. So to keep our 11s open is really, really important. Yeah, also Mary Burmeister and when Philomena works on me, you know, they go in firmly. So play with that a little bit. Some people have a really light touch and others have a little bit deeper touch, and both is fine. See what works best for you. Very good. And now move your right hand to 23, which is the middle of the back. So it's right above SEL2. So again, you can use the back, the palm of your hand or the back of your hand, whatever feels comfortable for you. And if you're lying down, you can probably use the palm of your hand. Very good. So I would like to move through the other side with you so that we've done both sides, and we'll do the other side a little bit faster. Now remember that the right side has to do with our lifestyle. So if you are very stressed these days and there's a lot going on, then probably you need more help on the right side. And if you're dealing more with older genetic projects, then the left side will be very helpful. So place your right hand on the left lower back and your left hand on the right inside of the knee. On high 1. This is 1 and this is high 1. Now move your left hand to SEL4. You probably have a pulsation by now, and then you can move on to the next place. Place your left hand on the left SEL4. SEL4 helps to connect us to spirit. From energy to matter and matter back to energy. So in a sense, it's the same as the quote, "We are a microcosm of the macrocosm." It's just a different density. And if we remember that, that will really connect us to consciousness as well. And then move your left hand to the middle of the, come on. My college kids here, they have to fulfill their credits, so they're doing an exercise class downstairs, but they're making some noises. Anyway, we are 12 right now, and since you're all home, you probably have things going on around you that we welcome and that we love, because it's also really nice to spend all this time with our kids and with our family and loved ones, and hopefully you can make the best out of that. I understand that sometimes it can be a challenge as well, if you don't like the person so much that you live with. So then there is something to work out, and see if you can grow from any situation that you're in right now, because obviously the universe had a lesson for us. And move your left hand to the 11 and see the difference between the right 11 and the left 11. See which one feels tighter to you. And I notice on mine they're actually pretty open, and there's also a lot of advantages doing this time. It's not as fast, there's not as much daily stresses of all the things we have to do. So maybe your 11s feel pretty open right now. So feel the pulsation, and then move your left hand to the 23, to the left 23. Helping to harmonize fear and letting go of control. Because really we cannot control the situation. We have to surrender and trust, and also know that everything in the end is going to be okay. Very nice. So now place your left hand on the middle of your sternum and the right hand on your, well, I'll place it on the coccyx. Let's put it on the tailbone today for a little quick main center source to close this practice today. With your left hand, you're helping the thymus gland, which helps the immune system. So you see how many different things we're helping, and I'm not even mentioning all the things that you're helping by doing this, by practicing these little flows. Also, if you have any requests, please post them for me. And let's place our palms together. I wish everybody a wonderful, blessed day, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye from the House of Jin Shin.